guys, welcome back to another episode in the Chef Holmes kitchen. Today we got a special treat for you. Not only is it budget friendly, but it's one of my top requested recipes. So today we're doing a one pan chicken and rice with a creamy lemon butter sauce. It's absolutely amazing. So we're gonna get into this recipe, but first make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to the channel, and make sure you hit that notification bell. All right guys, so we're gonna get started with this recipe. So right here we have some bone-in chicken thighs. We got about 2 tablespoons of butter, some heavy cream for our creamy lemon butter sauce later on in the recipe. We got a cup of rice. We got 2 cups of chicken stock or chicken broth. We got our lemon, a shallot, and we got some garlic right here that we're gonna mash up. And we're using a couple different seasonings throughout this. But for right now, we're gonna go ahead and get this chicken seasoned up. And right now, all we wanna do is just get a nice layer of salt on the top of this chicken. We're gonna start off searing this chicken skin side down, so we're only gonna season the side that's going down first. So we're gonna go ahead and get a generous amount of salt on that real quick. And we're gonna get some color on this pan real quick. So actually for this recipe, it's gonna be a little bit different. Usually, I tell you guys, get your pan nice and hot. But for this one, we wanna get our chicken skin nice and crispy without really cooking the chicken all the way through. So we're gonna take some of this avocado oil because it has a nice high smoke point. Get that into the pan. And then from there, we're gonna go ahead, grab some tongs. We'll go ahead and drop this chicken into this cold pan, and we're gonna let that come up to temp. And that's gonna get us a nice crispy skin on this chicken thighs, which is important. That's the whole goal of what we're doing right now. We wanna get some color on this chicken, get it nice and brown, and start to develop, a caramelization on the outside of this chicken. So while this chicken is cooking, you'll notice that the skin starts to actually pull up, and the telltale signs of when is it time to flip my chicken, when is it time to, turn it over, is you'll start to see that the skin comes up, and when you touch the chicken, it'll easily come off the pan. So we're gonna go ahead and throw some salt on this side of the chicken too. Just a little bit of salt, because we're gonna add some other seasoning on here too. So for right now, we're just gonna do a little salt, and we're going with a little bit of pepper on the top. And we got this, right now we got this cooking on a medium heat. We don't want it to get super hot, because we don't want to cook this chicken too fast, but we do want to get a nice color on the skin. So I would say probably about 3 to 5 minutes, you'll start to see the color that we're looking for develop on the skin of that chicken, and that's exactly what you're going to want to see. Got a nice crispy crust on this chicken. It's exactly what we're looking for. Go ahead and give that a flip. Get the rest of these pieces to flip. Perfect, that's perfect. And what we're gonna do now is go ahead, hit this with a little bit more, hit it with a little smoked paprika to add a little bit of a smoky flavor to it, and also add a little bit more color on top. Woo! If your pan ain't popping, then you ain't doing something right. So we got our chicken going. Like I said, we're not looking to cook this fully all the way through, so the goal is just to get some color on both sides of this chicken. We got super crispy skin. And we're gonna leave this in for another 3 to 4 minutes and go ahead and get our rice cooking. And now we're gonna start working on the process of getting this rice cooked up. So we're gonna let our pan cool down. Right now we have all the juices from the chicken along with that avocado oil, and we wanna leave all that flavor in the pan. All right, so now we got the right amount of chicken juices in the pan, and we're gonna go ahead and add in the butter. That's gonna start to melt down in the pan nicely. Once that pan starts going, we're gonna turn our heat on medium or really on low. But now, got that heat on low, we're gonna add in a cup of rice. So now we got that cup of rice in there. Now it's time to season it up. We're gonna go in a little more of that smoked paprika. Give it some nice color to it. And of course that nice smoky flavor to it. We're gonna go with some Sazon Tropical. The green top. And this is probably one of my favorite like all-purpose seasonings. Get a little bit of that in there. And we're gonna go ahead and start to get that rice joined with all these flavors in the pan. And if you get a look, you'll be able to see that rice starting to change colors. Perfect. That's perfect. That's exactly what we want right there. So now, what we want to do is we want to go ahead and get some garlic in this bad boy. So we got our garlic masher, so we don't have to do all that chopping. Just a little bit of squeezing, and we're good. Get that in there. So I'm gonna do about like 4 cloves of garlic in here. 2 and 2. Let's get that garlic in. If y'all can smell this right now, it's already starting to give that amazing smell that we're looking for. We got that garlic in. Go ahead and give that a little twirl. That smoked paprika is really coming through. That Sazon Tropical, the butter, along with the chicken juices. It's coming through crazy right now. Like I said, keep this on a low heat. You're gonna get this rice nice and toasted, well incorporated. That smoked paprika is giving it a beautiful color. So yeah, now we got 1 cup of our rice, and we got 2 cups of this chicken broth right here. So we'll go ahead and get that in. Stir that in. We want to get this broth flavored up and seasoned up. But I'm gonna go in with some pepper. Get a nice bit of pepper in here. I'm gonna go in with a little bit of lemon pepper. Give it a little bit of a bite of freshness to it. We're gonna add some fresh lemon juice to the sauce later on. And of course we gotta go in with that Sazon Tropical. And this is really gonna give that flavor that we're looking for. And this is really a replacement for salt. So if you don't have this, you can use your favorite all-purpose seasoning. Go ahead and turn this down. We got our oven preheated to 400. And we're gonna go ahead and get this cooked off. We're gonna add our chicken back in. As you can see, the skin's still nice and crispy. So we're gonna get this chicken in. You wanna make sure you have an oven safe top for your pan. You can go ahead and get this covered and get this into the oven. Alright guys, so we're about to execute the star of the show with this lemon butter cream sauce. I'm telling you, this one right here is a hit. So we're gonna go ahead and get this thing started. First, we're gonna start by getting our pan on a low heat, right? Now I got this lemon here, and you wanna pick a good lemon for anything you do. If you wanna learn how to pick lemons, you wanna pick one that doesn't have a lot of like wrinkles in it. That'll tell you that the skin isn't that thick and there's a lot of juice inside. So we're gonna go ahead and give this lemon a cut, right? And go ahead and get this butter into the pan. Now that our butter is melting, we're gonna go ahead and get this shallot cut up. We're just gonna get this shallot a nice dice, get the skin off. We wanna get it nice and fine. So the goal here is to get that outer layer of skin off. And then we're gonna go across. Give it a nice little slice through the middle so that we have smaller dices. And then we're gonna go right here. now we'll go ahead and get this shallot into this butter. Let that simmer for a second. Turn that butter all the way down to low heat. Also, we're gonna go ahead and get some garlic in here too. We'll go ahead and get some lemon pepper. Just a little bit because we're gonna go in with that fresh lemon as well. And like I said, nice juicy lemons. Woo! Nice juicy lemon right there. We're gonna go ahead and get a little bit of this red pepper flakes, spice it up just a little bit with a little black pepper. In the style Creole seasoning, we got some Tony's right here. Go ahead and get this parsley diced up. So I just tested the chicken. It's perfect. It's pretty much at temperature. It's been about 20 minutes. I'm gonna put it in for another 10 minutes. I just added some butter to the top of each piece of the chicken and I'm gonna leave it uncovered for the last 10 minutes. I also hit it with a little bit of red pepper flakes and a little bit of Cajun seasoning on the top of that chicken. We'll go ahead and throw it back in that oven for the last 10 minutes and get it going. All right, as you can see, this chicken came out looking absolutely amazing. So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna go ahead and just fluff up this rice a little bit. Just give it a little fluffing. Just helps to let some air seep through so that rice doesn't overcook while we sitting there, because right now it's perfectly cooked. I don't want it to cook much more. So we just fluff that rice just a little bit, get up under that chicken. Yes, sir. Okay, yes, this is amazing. Guys, this is crazy. This pack of chicken only cost about $4 at the store. The rice was already here, and this cream sauce, all the ingredients were already in the house. So we're looking at a recipe that literally is super inexpensive with stuff that you probably already have at the house. We're gonna go ahead and reheat this sauce a little bit. I like to let it thicken up, and we're gonna go ahead and add some parsley and top this off, make it look pretty. All we gotta do is give it a try. It's amazing, bro. Lemon cream butter chicken. It's hit.